was wrong. Good old Tosher, Jemmy thought. He meant to send those outlaws in the opposite direction. Jemmy tugged on the prince's hands, and they scuttled along the wall toward freedom. A moment later, Jemmy could feel a stronger breeze, and he knew they were in the main sewer again. Noses to the breeze, they could make a run for the river. But in a sudden elation, Jemmy banged into the wall with the birdcage. His hair rose up. The clatter was loud enough to wake the dead, or bring those villains running. Jemmy made an abrupt turn, pulling the prince deeper into the main sewer, and he whispered, "They'll see us against daylight before we can get out. More holes than woodworm down here. We'll duck into another side tunnel. But if we break loose, don't lose your bearings. The brewery's dead ahead." The sound of feet sloshing through the water silenced them. Jemmy felt desperately for the mouth of the side tunnel. But Hold Your Nose Billy and Cutwater had already rushed out into the main sewer. "Which way, Billy?" muttered Cutwater. Jemmy flattened himself against the grave cold wall, but the prince seemed suddenly to rebel at being chased down like a sewer rat. He yanked the birdcage out of Jemmy's hand and flung it with all his might. It banged and clattered off the bricks in the direction of the brewery. Why would Prince Brat throw the birdcage and make such a loud noise when they were actually trying to get away from the outlaws? What do you think he's trying to do? "What was that?" cried out Cutwater. "Them is what that is. Put your back to the breeze, straight on." Do you remember what put your back to the breeze means? What they were actually supposed to do? They barged ahead. Only moments later, old Tosher appeared across the great sewer, a fresh candle lit on the brim of his cap. And then Hold Your Nose Billy and Cutwater came flying back. Do you remember what's hanging out by the brewery because of all the wheat that they threw and the grains they had thrown down the sewer? What's mean and big and awful close to the brewery? "I'm bit! I'm bit! Help! Help!" Grain-fed rats were swarming over the two of them, nipping and biting and clinging like leeches. In the light of the candle, Cutwater waved his arms wildly. He screeched, and the hairy outlaw bellowed. "I declare," said the prince, "they look like they're wearing fur coats." That's the end of that chapter. We're almost at the end. And this chapter has a lot of really juicy language. I want for your assignment for you to make one of these pages come alive. Whether it's drawing through the tunnels, whether it's drawing the outlaws with rats hanging off of them, whether it's the drawing of the old Tosher with the candle on the brim of his hat. I want you to pick a piece of this story and bring it to life. Send me your picture. And then what I'd like to do is create a collection of your pictures, post them up here for everyone to see how we can bring this chapter to life through your drawings. And remember, these are not supposed to be expert drawings like the one behind me. Oh, that way. We are not paid professional artists. Your drawing should just reflect what you can do and what you imagine and what you create. They're all going to be just wonderful. I can't wait to see them.